Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Feature Friday. Today we're featuring the 2021 Mercedes A35 AMG. We're gonna take a look at the car a little bit and then we're gonna take it for a nice little drive. That's the part I'm really excited about. And the reason why I'm excited is that this thing is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. It cranks out 302 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The car you see in front of me, or beside me I should say, has the optional night package, and the one thing that you don't really see on these cars all that often is the aero package. So if you take a look at the front of it, you see the little canards on the bumper, and then it has a little ducktail spoiler, which I'm personally super excited about because everything is better with a ducktail. All right, so now that I've made my way inside the vehicle, there's a couple things I'd like to talk to you about. So the first thing I'm gonna start off with is really the steering wheel. So because this is an AMG, it has the AMG Performance wheel with the red accented stitch, the little red stripe that you see in the middle that lets you know where your wheel is oriented at all times. But the cool part, the kind of the pièce de résistance, is the dynamic selector and then the drive mode selector that you see on the actual wheel. So Mercedes' big focus has always been safety, and part of that is being able to control everything in the car straight from the wheel. And because this is an AMG, they did not forget about that. They allow you to control the drive modes straight from the wheel as well in a pretty cool fashion. So I could just twist the dial and change the modes and just kind of sharpen up the whole car. The car also has Mercedes' MBUX system, which basically allows you to operate the car in a bunch of different ways. So you have the little trackpad, it is a touchscreen as well, and then you can use the little buttons on the wheel as well. This car comes equipped with the nice big sunroof. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a panoramic roof because it's, I would say, much bigger than the regular standard roof. And you also have ambient lighting all around, and that's kind of accented by the AMG aluminum trim. All right, so now for my favorite part. Let's hit the road. This car feels when you're driving it, just in regular day-to-day driving, regardless on whether or not you're in sport or sport plus or comfort or eco or whatever the mode you may choose. It's a very comfortable car. It's a very nice place to be. It's almost deceiving in how big the car is on the inside. The outside, the exterior is a little bit smaller. It's a nice compact sedan, but on the inside, I'm a bigger guy. I fit in here very comfortably, and I mean, I feel right at home. One thing I do love about Mercedes is really where they put their seat controls. I touch on this because I don't really like reaching down on the seat itself to change the adjustment, and it's one thing that you don't necessarily think about, but you do really appreciate when you are behind the wheel of one of these cars. The seat adjustment's just on the door, so it's very easy for me to adjust my seat and have it in a nice, comfortable setting. Now, in terms of the driving experience, I've had the pleasure of being behind a bunch of different AMG cars, such as the C43, the C63, the E-classes, and the GLEs and the GLAs and all that fun stuff. And I have to say, this car handles like it's on rails, man. Like, you can just dart this thing around the corners and it inspires confidence. That's the word I'm really looking for. It just keeps asking for more. It just wants you to give it and give it and give it. And at no point do you feel like you're losing composure in the vehicle. When we talk about this car, so I really want to touch on AMG as a whole. I think this is a really significant car for Mercedes, and the reason why I say this is this introduces people to a new class, a new generation of AMGs without necessarily breaking the bank. A lot of people think that when you get into the AMG cars, there's the big price tag to go along with the big car, right? The significant car. It's not really the case. I mean, Mercedes has shown time and time again that they're adaptable, they're willing to work with the people, and this is the prime example of that. This is the entry level into the brand, and it's the entry level into AMG, and it does not feel like it. It has very nice materials all around. As I mentioned, it handles on rail. It has lots and lots of power. It's endless in that 2-liter turbo. This car just really gets me excited because, again, for me, I'm not going to go in and buy a $300,000 car. I'm not going to go in and buy a $200,000 car. This really opens up that door for people like myself, right? Young professional, you're getting into that lifestyle. You really want to kind of splurge a little bit more on a car. This opens that, this checks that box. And when you look at the cars that it competes with, I think this car blows every other one out of the water. So this has been my time with the 2021 Mercedes A35 AMG. As always, my name is Michael. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna have a lot of fun taking this back to the dealership.